Hello world, welcome to Monday Media Review here in Two Guys on the Couch. I am George.
And I'm Joe. We're here to wade through the bullshit and give you our opinions on upcoming movies and games. This weekend we were supposed to go see Splice. We couldn't get to the box office for various reasons, one being money. So we're going to go into an older movie that we wanted to talk about, but at the time it came out we weren't doing this, and that is Kevin Smith's Copout.
Couple of dicks.
With Tracy Morgan and Bruce Willis.
Yeah, a lot of people did not like this movie. It's not your typical Kevin Smith movie.
It doesn't feel like an independent film, which what all his movies feel like.
With Zack and Miri, he kind of changed his filmmaking style. I mean, it was a little more production behind it. He actually hired a cinematographer. And it's the same with Copout. I'm assuming he wanted to have it feel like a bigger movie than some of his other stuff. One, because it's got Bruce Willis in it. He said during his evening with Kevin Smith that Bruce Willis called him up after they did Die Hard, their scene with Die Hard. It was on 4th of July when he called him up and said,
"You're from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. You write, direct, I act. We should do something together."
Now, I was actually hesitant to see this in theaters because of one main factor, Tracy Morgan.
Wow.
It's not because he's black.
Because I'm black?
No, because you're 10.
11!
I just want to throw that out there right now. It's because he annoys the hell out of me in most of the shit he's done. It's mostly just him.
Dog, huh?
So I was worried about that, but he surprised me in this. He really did. He was actually really funny, and the way he kept throwing out movie lines was just hilarious.
I got the death penalty in 12 systems. Star Wars? Tell us about the chicken. Schindler's List? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! I've never seen that movie.
a lot of people are sick of the way Kevin Smith plays homage to movies.
Homage.
Yeah, his constant Star Wars references.
Empire had the better ending. There's only one return, okay? And it ain't of the king, it's of the Jedi.
This is not the George you're looking for!
And there's some Star Wars stuff in this. Mostly some one-liners in the beginning. But it actually fits in the movie, fits the world of the movie pretty well. It's not just there to be there, which is nice. And the comedy I felt was very natural between the different characters, between Bruce and Tracy especially. Like, it didn't feel forced. I mean, Bruce Willis is in his element when it comes to comedy. He started as a comedy actor. And it's nice to see him when he's not playing like a stone-cold serious role.
Yeah. That's what I would like. That's what I've always liked about the Die Hard series. They were serious movies, but John McClane always had this smart-ass side to him, which made the movies actually really funny in some parts.
Forgive all these terrors. I wish I could quit you.
The movie itself, the plot line of the movie, it's pretty ridiculous. We got Bruce Willis running around chasing down a baseball card because he wants to sell it for his wedding, and then we got this other...
Well, not for his wedding,
or for his daughter's wedding. And then you got this side plot where this gangster wants this woman who has some data on a flash drive, and it kind of jumps around all over the place, but it didn't feel...
They connected.
It didn't feel independent, like useless. Everything kind of flowed together pretty well.
Yeah, it's like what Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan, what their characters were doing, intertwined with the bad guy. And at the beginning, they had nothing to do with each other. But as the story progressed, they became involved, and it was like a scavenger hunt, and it just went crazy.
Now, I think the major downfall to this movie was the damn trailer to sell the movie. It was probably one of the worst trailers I have ever friggin' seen. It was not good. Nothing about it made me want to see the movie.
Actually, the worst trailer you're ever going to see will be tomorrow.
The trailer for this, I mean, it was just so... nothing about it wanted me to see. Even in the... for instance, in the trailer, the scene where... the woman is outside the house with Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan, and they're like, oh, there's a robber in your house or whatever. That whole scene in the trailer was just really retarded, but in the movie, it was actually really funny. There was, all the dialogue there was she was censoring herself in front of her child, and it actually made it really funny.
Lady, put the effing gun down on the ground right now. Take your son across the effing street to your effing neighbor's house and stay there till we come and get you. Jesus, see.
And had they just had that entire bit in the trailer,
it would have been hilarious.
It would have actually made the scene hilarious for the trailer. But they did a lot of things like that. Like the scene in the trailer where Tracy Morgan's in the car just saying no.
No. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. 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 Hell no.
That entire thing is out of context to the entire scene of that entire scene. And it came off as that's just Tracy Morgan being stupid, but it was actually a really funny scene.
Yeah, it's like I was laughing hard at this scene because of William Scott.
Yeah, Sean William Scott.
Yeah, he was so fucking hilarious in this movie. It was like every time he was on the screen, I was laughing at him.
Yeah, he's not a major role. Like they feature him in the trailer, but he's really not a major character. He's only in a couple scenes.
Yeah, he's like in it like 3 times.
Yeah, but each time he was very hilarious. I love the prison scene.
Hey, do you want to be my jail cell BFF without the forced rape?
I mean, all the jokes, I thought they were really funny. It's got some classic Kevin Smith toilet humor, but it's actually got some pretty smart jokes in there. It's got some dumb jokes, like all comedies. Mm-hmm. But
overall, it was a fantastic movie. It was highly enjoyable, and when it comes out on DVD, pick it up.
I mean, it's not a movie to really not watch. If you're a Kevin Smith fan, I think you would like this. I mean, he's progressed as a filmmaker.
You don't even have to be a Kevin Smith fan. You can just be a fan of like comedies.
That too.
I mean, it's just a funny movie all around. But it's like he does play to kind of the geek culture in a lot of sense, where he makes a lot of movie references, a lot of movie lines, and he also talks. There's a few things in there that make fun of Marvel and DC, shit like that. Just little tidbits.
Fuck you too, Professor X-looking motherfucker.
You are an angry young man.
For a rating out of baseball cards, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. I thought it was pretty funny. You know?
I'd have to do the same. 4 out of 5 baseball cards, just because it surprised me, and Tracy Morgan wasn't as annoying as I feared he would be.
You had me at happy anniversary.
And I laughed hard at some spots. It was highly enjoyable.
Yeah, I had a really good time watching it, and when the DVD comes out, I'll definitely pick it up. I want to see what the extras are on. I want to see if there's some gag reels with Bruce Willis, because some of the times in that movie you can just tell he is about to crack up.
There's one scene with what's his name?
Sean William Scott.
Sean William Scott, where he's making fun of Tracy Morgan because Tracy Morgan thinks his wife is cheating on him, and so he's just trying to egg him on, and he's like, I'm going to give your wife an ATM. And Bruce Willis like ass to mouth. No,
that wasn't the ass to mouth scene. That was later. It was the DP scene.
Double penetration.
Bruce Willis was on the verge of just laughing so hard, and you could tell he was biting his lip, trying to hide the grin. It was fantastic.
Your wife suffers from that CCD disorder I saw on the news.
What's CCD?
Cock craving disorder. It's where they crave the cock. Any cock, every cock.